Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. So today we're going to be making some leather scribes, hair stick kind of things. Now this one is definitely my favorite to make. And how I make them is out of 3/16 square stock. It's about 7 inches long. Now if you're having troubles getting 3/16 square, you can use 1/4 inch round and then square it off, and you get basically a 3/16 square. So let's get the forge going, and we'll get into this. Okay, so the first side I'm going to work on is actually doing this fiddle head. Okay, so I'm going to do a taper on 2 sides. I'm going to come in and keep the thickness on the other 2 sides the same as the parent steel. So we get something that looks like that. Now we're going to start making the curl. So we're going to come over to the anvil and make slight light blows off the anvil. And then we're going to come back and bring that curl in on itself and tighten that curl as much as we can. Making sure we stay straight all the time. Then we're going to come off the anvil and start doing the curl around that. We're doing light blows. We're not actually coming down on the piece. We're actually kind of grazing it at the top. We're going to keep it straight. Once in a while, come over to the face of the anvil and make sure that is not twisting out on you. We're going to keep on working that curl around. And then when you're happy with how much you got it curled around, we're just going to stop there. And we're going to come in, we're going to bang this down, just to line that curl up straight with the rest of it. Okay, to start with the first twist, I set the piece in the vise right where that bottom kicks back in. And I'm going to use, my tongs can actually grab this pretty good. And I'm going to do one complete rotation clockwise. And then I'm going to make sure it is square. Take a look at it. And that looks pretty good. You have to straighten it up. Just put it in the vise. It's better to do it on the diagonals when you're straightening these. Just because when you twist this, the corners of that twist wants to be sticking out a little bit. So if you go straight on the square piece of this, you're going to actually disform the twist, and it's actually not going to straighten it as well. So I find going on the angles a way better way to actually straighten this out. Now we're going to go in and do a twist above here, but we're going to quench this so we don't twist any more down here. Okay, I've gone and I've quenched just below the final little nub of that twist. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to turn this counterclockwise, so the opposite direction that our first one went. I'm going to make sure I straighten up. And there's our second twist, and now we're going to go through a third twist up here, and that time we're going to go clockwise, so the same as this, as the first twist. But we're going to quench it again up until just bottom of this twist, so we can get kind of that waterfall kind of effect. Again, I quench just below that last twist of the second twist. I'm going to come in and I'm going to go the same way I went with the first twist. So in my case, that was clockwise. I'm going to look down the center, make sure I got everything aligned. And now I'm going to flip this in, so we're heating up this side to do the point. Okay, so now for the pointy side, we're going to do a taper on all 4 sides. And we're going to bring it to a nice point. Going to come back and plenish a little bit. Going to come in, straighten everything up. Look down it, make sure that you're nice and straight. Okay, so at this point, if you want to just leave it as a hair stick, this has actually relatively, okay point to it. It's not going to be like accidentally stab yourself when you're trying to put it in. Now, if you're going to use it as a scribe, we're going to actually make this a little bit more pointy. Now, if you have a belt grinder, you can easily whip it through the belt grinder, just rotate it as you're taking it down. Now, I'm going to actually use a file on this because, well, not everyone has a belt grinder. So let's get it into the vise and we'll file these down. Now with this, we're just going to take a file and go kind of at, I don't know, a 33-degree angle. And we're just going to go one side at a time and just bring that down more to a point. Okay, so there we go, a nice simple project. Now, depending on how you want to finish this, you can just leave it how it is with all the scale on it and just put an oil on it or beeswax. I personally like to wire wheel them so you can see actually the shine of the steel coming through, and then I coat these with beeswax. These actually I do quite well with. Yeah, so it's just a little project. Hopefully you can get out to your shop and make something cool today. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.